All right, here I am at the South Line Street Railroad Crossing in Greer, South Carolina. Now this railroad crossing right here is another rather neat crossing owned by the Norfolk Southern Charlotte District that I decided to tour for today. And this is actually a crossing that I've been wanting to check out for a while, and you guys probably see the reason already. Though it has been recently upgraded, so there has been changes to this crossing since I have last, found out about it. But it's still pretty neat anyway, so I decided to tour it right in the little town of Greer right here. And if you look back here, you see the CSX line that L799 runs through. You know the name of that line or nah?
CSX, I forgot.
Yeah, yeah, but it's like a little branch line or some cool. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. So yeah, I guess all that out of the way, I'll explain the equipment as I go on here. So with that said, let's get to it. So for the first signal, this has a RACO cantilever, but this cantilever is slightly different from the other ones I've seen in the past. This one is one of the extendable RACO cantilevers here, installed by the Southern Railway years and years ago, but it's still here in original, though they are a slowly dying breed, but there's one for you. So, and here's the emergency information. Well, the blue tag is up here while you have the sticker on the cantilever itself. And here's the dot number, which is 716712G. But yeah, and for the gate mechanism, this has a Safetran gate mechanism 2000s generation sitting on a Safetran base, double-sided, with the cover being upside down.
This used to be an older Safetran gate mech.
Oh yeah, like an 80s generation if I had to guess. And the gate features some RACO LED gate lights and a wind guard on this mast. And for the mast lights, this has one pair of Safetran 12x20-inch GE uniform LEDs sitting on a RACO light bracket, which replaced some RACO 8-inch lights in the past. And the overhead lights are just two more pairs of Safetran 12x20-inch GE uniform LEDs sitting on a RACO light bracket. And for a bell on this one, this has a General Signals Type 3 electronic bell, which replaced a RACO mechanical bell in the past.
It rang fast.
And it rang pretty fast too. So yeah, that right there was the first signal. Pretty neat reminiscence of the Southern Railway era, though it has been long modernized, but still, it's still pretty neat to see it here. So yeah, I guess that said, let's go ahead and quickly pause the video to cross the street to tour the second signal. So, all right, so here's the second signal, which is similar to the first somewhat. So for the second signal, this has another RACO cantilever, extendable. And here's the emergency information once again with the sticker on the side here. And if you look right by it, there's an old Southern Railway dot tag, which is pretty neat. And this one also has a ladder on the side of it, which is pretty cool. The other one didn't have that. And for the mast lights, this has three more pairs of Safetran 12x20-inch GE uniform LEDs, all sitting on a RACO light brackets. And these side lights are directly mounted on the cantilever facing towards Moore Street, right over there, which involves like a little open spot where you can chill at and rail fan per se. That also used to be a crossing. There's also some abandoned rails over there. So yeah, and just like the other side, the mast lights only has one pair facing towards that general direction. It doesn't have a back pair, plus the side lights as I mentioned. And the overhead lights are, once again, two more pairs of Safetran 12x20-inch GE uniform LEDs on a RACO light bracket, which all of these, once again, replaced more of those RACO 8-inch incandescent lights in the past. Also peeped the low-mounted two-track sign since the side lights are taking its place. And for the gate mechanism, this has another Safetran gate mechanism, 2000s generation, sitting on a Safetran base and mast, with the gate featuring some RACO LED gate lights and a wind guard here, as you can see. And this signal has no bell on it. This crossing always only had one bell, in which I believe, just like many of the crossings across Norfolk Southern, the bell only rings when the gates are going down and it doesn't ring.
Slight correction. The overhead lights were incandescent 12x20-inch.
Oh, really? Yep. So they were incandescent 12x20 inches in the past.
See the 8-inch lights right here.
Yep. So there's a little overlook on what the crossing used to look like. Was it like that on both sides?
I think so.
Yep, they were. So just like that, there's
a RACO bell.
Yep, and there's a RACO mechanical bell. So there's a slight overlook on what the crossing looked like in the past.
Last year, and they just fixed this like back in August.
Yeah, they literally just upgraded this crossing. So, yep. So with that said, that is the equipment to show here for South Line Street in Greer. The relay case is over there. There's the relay case, which has some graffiti on it. So yeah, I guess all that said, let's go ahead and take a look at the track view. Down there is heading north towards the towards another crossing and eventually towards the Inman what was it?
Inland port.
Inland port, which is a intermodal yard. And you can see we have a train line. We have a diverging clear
Approach
or
diverging.
approach diverging per se. So yep, there's that. And then down there it's heading south towards more crossings towards the Greer area. Did I just hear a horn? I hope not. Towards a long line of crossings. Horn. And yeah, and eventually towards the Spartanburg area. So I guess that said, this was the South Line Street crossing here in Greer, South Carolina. We're gonna quickly get this crossing in action for y'all. So with that said, over and out.